praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Of course, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's, of course, their proper names in the ancient Hebrew. Bahashem is coming, of course, in the name, all right, and of course in the holy name of the Holy Spirit, all right. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim that's rightly dividing the word of truth on the highways and hedges, day in and day out, all right. And also, of course, doing the studio shows throughout the week, to, of course, inform people of the times that we're in right now, all right, because we're in the times, them last days that was prophesied in the scriptures, all right. And we are very close, very, very close, at the door of our salvation, the coming of Yahweh Shai to bring down this wicked kingdom, all right. And of course, we're seeing, of course, many signs, all right, that Yahweh Shai prophesied, and it has been written in the scriptures, all right. And that's why we have to be in the scriptures, constantly occupying until Yahweh Shai comes, all right. Because we are the watchmen of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that being the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which we do believe we are the prophets here at Great Millstone of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right. So this is off of express.co.uk, all right, and it reads Quadratids 2018. What time is the meteor shower peak in your area? Is there going to be a meteor shower, right? So it says the Quadrantid meteor shower will send hundreds of meteors hurtling through the night sky tomorrow. All right, that being it is currently the 3rd, so that be in Esau's time, it will be tonight, if I'm not mistaken, because this was published on January the 2nd, Tuesday. All right. It says, let me see. You got this video right here, spectacular rented meteor shower to dazzle skies. All right, it says here the annual meteor shower, which peaks in early January, has been labeled by NASA's astronomers as one of the best showers of the year. Known for its dazzling fireballs, the Quadrantid peak can produce anything from 50 to 200 shooting stars on a clear night. The U.S. Space Agency said Quadrantids are known for their bright fireball meteors. Fireballs are larger explosions of light and color that can persist longer than an average meteor strike. This is due to the fact that fireballs originate from larger particles of matter. Fireballs are also brighter, with magnitudes brighter than -3. It says the Quadratids will remain active throughout the next locket. It says they will remain active throughout the next 2 weeks up until January the 17th, with a brief but sharp peak between January 3rd and January 4th. Okay. Of course, it gives when will the Quadratids peak in your area. It says the Quadratids are pretty unique in regard to their peak because it only lasts for a couple hours rather than over 2 days, according to the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. The Quadratids will peak this year around 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. GMT on Wednesday, January the 3rd. It says this means observers will have a window of opportunity to see the peak between the late evening hours on Wednesday and early morning hours on Thursday. It says during this sharp peak, Royal Observatory Greenwich is expected up to 60 meteors an hour to burst out socket into the night sky. All right, it says observers in the northern hemisphere are typically best suited to watch the shower. All right, it says unfortunately for stargazers, the event coincides with the closest and brightest full moon of the year, which that just happened. That's big. What's that they call it? Like the blue moon, super moon, right? Which occurred. That was I believe that was like it's the January the 1st, right? At the eve, right? Until I believe the morning. I did a video on it. All right. It says which could drawn out the meteors with harsh moonlight, but the quantitative showers could make up for shortfall by producing many fireball meteors that are generally more colorful and brighter and have a longer lasting trails. In the UK, stargazers should try their luck in the pre-dawn hours on January 3rd and January 4th. All right. And they got like a little slideshow, different meteors here, shower and stuff. I don't know if it's working currently. Might not be working, but anyway, going on. I'm gonna go to this. It says, what are chronoritid meteors? The origin of chronoritids remain a mystery to astronomers who are not sure if they are asteroids or comet debris. NASA speculate the flashy meteors are the remnants of asteroid 2003 EH1, which the U.S. agency described as a dead comet. All right, so they think it's a part of an asteroid, right? NASA said, unlike most meteor showers which originate from comets, the chronoritids originate from an asteroid. All right, and asteroids 2003 EH1. All right, so let me see. You got comet. Let's see if I can get a definition of comet real quick. See, copy. Let me see. Look up comets. Yeah, comet. So it says the origin from the Old English, from the Latin cometa, from the Greek cometes, long-haired star. Right? This means a long-haired star, right? You got the streak, right? So it says comet in the dictionary, right? A celestial object consists of a nucleus of ice and dust. When the sun, it's like when near the sun, a tail of gas and dust particles pointing away from the sun, originating in the remotest regions of the solar system. Most comets follow. Damn, it's just cut off. Hold on 1 second. I gotta see if I can pull it back up. Most comets follow regular eccentric orbits and appear in the inner solar system as periodic comets, some of which break up and can be the origin of annual meteor showers. They were formerly considered to be a supernatural omen, all right, which is a sign. And I have went in that in a previous lesson. All right, so let's just get into it, because this is a sign. This is a sign of the end. All right. Of course, I'll start, of course, quickly. No, first I'm gonna start here. This is Habakkuk. I start Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch, and I will." Inside it says, "And set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables." All right, that he may run that readeth it. So of course, what all of that, of course, Habakkuk seen. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua showed him. He's supposed to write, of course, on tablets. Being, of course, back then it's on tablets. Now we have it on paper. Now, all right, instead of scrolls and all of that, right? And we have the Bible, and of course, when you get this truth, you're supposed to just go. You're supposed to get as much understanding as you can get. And you're supposed to not put it down. This is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding will be the stability of our times, right? It says Habakkuk 2:3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry." And that's this devil going down. All right, the so-called white man, his kingdom, Esau, Edom. His kingdom coming to an end. Let me see if I could get something real quick. King James 16:11 real quick. Let me see, hold up. Let's see if I can get second. I think it's second or first Edges 6. Let's see. Give me a moment. Yeah, this is second Edges 6. And I'll start at verse 6. Second Edges 6:6. "Then did I consider these things, and though all were made through me alone, and through none other, by me also they shall be ended, and by none other." All right, which Yahweh Shai, you of course, given of course the order from Yahweh to of course create the universe, which he did so with the Alahayim, the elect angels, the first fruits. All right, and they created all that you see, the universe and such. All right, the earth was of course without. It wasn't in this, wasn't formed all together. It was in an elemental phase in the beginning. All right, you of course read that in Genesis. All right, it says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times?" All right. And it goes and it says, "Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?" All right, because this kingdom is you had this prophet Ezra, or Ezra, if I'm not mistaken. He was getting this vision. He like, when is gonna be the end? Like, what's gonna be the end? All right, what's coming after? And you gonna get the answer. It's the end of the world is going to be Esau, which is a so-called white man in the Bible. Of course, you read that in Genesis, the 25th chapter, and you have Jacob, who is the nation of Israel. That's the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, who descend back to, of course, our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. You know, of course, you confuse the faces. You Israelite foreigners are in there because, of course, we Israelites been scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, in which, you know, a lot of Israelites look like heathen, all right, but they are in fact Israelites, and we can see that through the Spirit, all right. So going on, it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's Yaquab, right, which means supplanter, right. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so Esau is the end of the world. That's why we're at the end of the world right now. All right, the end of the rulership of the so-called white man. All right, he's funneling down the drain right now. Okay. Let me see if I can get something real quick. I got Job. Let's see. I got Job on me real quick. It's in my physical Bible right here. Job. Job 20:5. Let me show if I can get that real quick on deck. I'm trying not to be switching tab to tab, but you know I gotta get these precepts. This computer be acting stupid. Look, it's already, I put Job and it's already putting in something else. Alright, 20. Alright, so this is Job 20:5. I'll just start at Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, so you know it's only a short time for the so-called white man to be ruling. All right. And these different meteor showers, the different supermoons, and all these signs in the firmaments are signs of his end. All right. It says, though his excellently mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, which. This like it says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? And he shall fly away as a dream, Slakia, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. All right, because the so-called white man is going to be, of course, you know, he's going to be taken out of rulership. He's going to go into slavery, and over for 1,000 years. You know, that 1,000 years of period of slavery, he's gonna be in slavery and captivity under the Israelites. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who have next up for the kingdom, and it's gonna be an everlasting kingdom. And you know, after that period, he's gonna get burned up. And you, of course, you're gonna you can read that in Obadiah. You know, let me see if I can try to get that real quick. Where is he at? Obadiah, which is one chapter long. This is Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh power, or the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom. All right, which Edom is you so-called, you know, white people, right? You Edomites. You descend back to Esau, Edom. All right. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh. All right, from Yahweh, and ambassadors sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. All right. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. All right, which you know, the so-called Edomites, of course, they came, of course, out of you know, the Caucasus Mountains in Georgia, Russia, and of course, you know, Edom had you know, it's that Mount Seir and all of that region and such. All right, so it says. whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Thou, it's like it says, through thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though, Slakia, thou set thy nest among the stars. That's those satellites, right? Thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh. Alright, so the Lord, he's coming, of course, back, and he's going to bring down, of course, the so-called white man, alright? And he's going to cut them off. Alright, let me go down to Obadiah 1:9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. Talking about the armies, I believe. To the end that everyone in of the mouth of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, a Yaquab, right? Which is the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Confusion of face, those who are in fact Israelites, right? It says, shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, so the nation of Edom, Esau, Edom, they have a judgment which is completely to be cut off completely as a whole nation. All right, that's how wicked they are. They've been created, of course, to be go into slavery, and to, of course, be destroyed. So he's gonna be completely brought down. All right, so let me see. Going back to just second Esdras 6, right? It says back to 6 and 8, right? Second Esdras. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt, right? Is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Esdras asked not. I answered then and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, if I have found favor in thy sight. All right, because we, of course, ultimately we want to we want to be delivered. All right, because it's got to come in destruction, being, of course, by ICBM missiles, thermonuclear fire. All right, and that's the hell. That's that lake of fire. That freaking mushroom crowd. So anyway, going back. So now getting back to, of course, this signs, right? So these meteor showers, this quadranteds. So it says in Genesis, Genesis 1:14, and the Elohim are the powers, right? And the power set, that's the angels, right? Yahushai and the elect angels, right? Are the first fruits, right? The powers of judges, the divine ones, right? It says, in the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, right? As I have covered in a previous lesson and in many lessons, and have many of the the true men of the Lord has covered this, right? When you go into that signs, right? Is it a what? It's a tha at the end, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last bit right. Is it a what? If I'm not mistaken, Slacky if I'm off, but gotta brush up on that last pronunciation on the end of the Hebrew at the end. But anyway, it says a sign, a distinguishing mark, a ominous, miraculous sign, a token. So those that that which is in the firmament, these things of course have been for, of course, a sign, right? So we know what the omens and what the things in the sky, they're of course to tell us the times. All right. So we gonna go to now Acts 2, and it is slack here one moment. All right, Acts 2, and it was let me see if I can get it. I just had it. Yeah, Acts 2 and 19. It says, "And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapors of smoke." All right. Let me see if I could go into this word for vapor. Yeah, just got vapor, right? A mist. All right. Vapor, a substance diffused of or suspended in air, especially one normal liquid or solid. Dense clouds of smoke and toxic vapor. All right. And I mean, when you go into that definition, that definitely suits this these meteorites, these comets. All right. It fits that definition right there, when you go into it. All right. Because that clearly, that's plain in that definition. All right. Vapors of smoke, right? It says, so the signs and wonders in the heavens, like when you see a meteorite, they telling everybody who's sky watchers, to go check that out, because it's a wonder. All right. The Lord created it. All right. All right. Yeah, right there. Uncertain infinity, a prodigy or omen, a wonder. All right. A prodigy. Right. All right. It's not what I wanted, but yeah. That's basically it right there. So these signs, these are signs. Yahweh Shem Shai left. All right. It says the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood moons, right? Before that great noble day of the Lord come, all right? And it shall come to pass that whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved, ye men of Israel, all right? Dealing with, of course, only the nation of Israel, all right? Starting, of course, with the elect, all right? The elect on this side, all right? Because they, of course, going to be saved and delivered, all right? So, we the men of the Lord, we are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. And we only tell you the truth of the scriptures, all right, as the scripture said. All right, this is Acts 3 and 18. It says, "But those things which the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai has showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that Hamashiach should suffer, he hath so fulfilled." All right. Let me go back to. Let me see. It was right here, Acts 3 and 21. Yeah. So the Lord, he speaks through his prophets. Right. Go to here. This is Acts 3 and 21. Whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which Yahweh Shem Yahushai has spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began. All right. So everything has been, of course, spoken. When it's the end of the kingdom, the Lord, he sends out his prophets. All right. They tell you what the deal is. All right. you know, and that's it. You know, when you go down to Acts 3:23, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. All right. So, you know, that's it. You know, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, if you don't hearken unto this truth, you're gonna be destroyed. All right. You know, and these signs, these chrono, like I said, these meteor showers, these quadrantids, right? You know, this is an omen of the end. All right. So you know, just stay, of course, diligent. You know, keep praying, fasting. Of course, you know, keeping your faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. With that, I'm gonna say, call Halam La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakha Kwadash. All right, giving all praises to the Most High. It is only begotten Son. Of course, name of the Holy Spirit. All right. Shalom to all y'all that's you know, holding fast this faith. All right, and doing this work, and you know, being in order. All right, shalom.